Doctors in West Michigan put out the alert last week. They're seeing a number of Strep A cases in children, and some of those cases have resulted in death. Joining us to talk more about this is Dr. Rosie Olivero, pediatric disease specialist at Helen DeVos Children's Hospital. Thanks for joining us, doctor.
You're welcome. Nice to be with you.
Although rare, Strep A is pretty dangerous. Tell us what this does to the body.
Well, this is kind of a complex thing to discuss because Strep A is actually an extremely common infection in children and in some adults as well. So the most common thing that we're going to think of with Strep A is strep throat. So this is the same bacteria that causes a strep throat, which can cause sore throat, fever, abdominal pain, and swelling of the glands of the neck. Again, very, very common to see this in pediatrics, and it's something that the pediatrics offices know how to test for and treat on a pretty routine basis. But what we're seeing now is a little bit different than the run-of-the-mill strep throat. We are seeing that Strep A infections are causing more severe and invasive infections in the past several months across the United States and now here in Michigan as well. So it is a little bit challenging because for the vast majority of us, it's going to just cause this strep throat. But we really need to be thinking about the more serious manifestations and the rarer manifestations that Strep A can cause. So a couple of the things that Strep A can cause, it can cause something called scarlet fever, which generally does come along with that sore throat that you get with strep throat, but you get a really interesting characteristic rash on the body that almost looks like the skin looks like sandpaper. So that's something that Strep A can cause too. But when we're talking about these more rare manifestations of Group A strep, we're talking about complicated skin and soft tissue infections, and then sometimes infections that complicate things like a sinus infection. So yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to say that there's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
How do we contract this?
Yeah, so Strep A is something that's spread by the large respiratory droplets from the mouth and the nasopharynx. So it's by close contact with people that you can get your saliva on, essentially, as you kind of cough or just talk and things like that. It also can be spread by sharing cups and utensils. So generally, this is something that you're going to see spread within households as well as people who are in close contact with each other, like in places like school settings.
Then how do you treat it?
So strep is actually, it can be a very dangerous infection in rare circumstances, but it's actually just a very tried and true antibiotic, penicillin or amoxicillin. So this is not a bacteria that we worry about having extensive drug resistance. So these very commonly used antibiotics can eradicate and fully treat strep infections when they occur. Now, I will say that one of the challenges that we've had recently is there actually is a national shortage of amoxicillin that's used in pediatric patients. So our local pediatric offices, urgent cares, and emergency departments are aware of this issue and are working with pharmacies to make sure that we can treat children with amoxicillin in some way, shape, or form if indeed they do have a Strep A infection.
Yeah, that's something to keep an eye on. Is there any way that we can protect our children from getting this?
Yeah, it is one of these difficult things because you have a super rare thing that can happen to the occasional child who's infected with strep. I think, during the winter months, we're always going to recommend washing our hands regularly, keeping away from those who are sick. If you are somebody who has a strep infection, you should really be staying home and out of public for at least 24 hours of effective antibiotics before you go back to school or go back into those public spaces. So again, avoiding those stiff contacts and washing your hands, I think, is really important. If you're living with somebody who's been diagnosed with strep throat or any sort of strep infection, we strongly recommend that you keep some distance. You do not share cups or utensils with those individuals so that you don't spread it within the household environment. But I think for these more rare cases of Strep A infections, it's all about early recognition and seeking medical care. So what I mean by that is if you have a skin condition where, again, the skin looks like sandpaper or there's a spreading area of redness on the skin that looks abnormal to you, or if there's a painful part of the body that, the child moves or you touch their body and they're just in excruciating pain. I think in this era where we're dealing with these rare but life-threatening strep infections, I would promptly seek medical attention for that.
All right.
And then also if you do have the classical strep throat, severe sore throat, high fever, abdominal pain, that would be a great reason to seek medical care as well.
Very good information, doctor. Thank you for joining us.